We are now in Piraeus, and this is the port nearest Athens. So Athens is about a half hour away, as I understand, by taxi. And so this is what the port looks like. And then Athens is this way. And this is the other side of the port. We got Piraeus right there. I got a big rainbow. Got a little bit of rain this morning. It's supposed to rain today, sometime today. Dress up. We're going to dress appropriately. Pretty cool. I haven't seen a rainbow go from one side of the horizon to the other. That's pretty cool. Usually they're kind of halfway or 2/3. Anyway, we are at the port. And there's some hop-on, hop-off buses right there. This is the terminal. Okay, we're in the terminal now, or I'm in the terminal. This is what it looks like. Not a lot of people here today. Okay, there's shops and things here in the terminal, and ATMs. It's around 10 a.m. Yep, 10 a.m. And it looks like the hop-on, hop-off buses are loaded. Originally, when we came here, we sat in this big tent while they tested us for COVID years ago. So they don't do that anymore. So here's called the Sights of Athens, and looks like this comes directly to the port. So I imagine it comes directly back to the port. Looks like they got a full bus there. I'm going to walk outside the port. We're at E12, which I believe that's where we embarked and disembarked last time we were here, but it's been a while. So this yellow curb area here used to be lined with taxis. This guy is driving like an idiot. Anyway, I wouldn't take a taxi from him. So no taxis here today. Usually I believe this is the area where they're all lined up to pick people up. Here comes another bus. Hop on, hop off. Here comes another hop-on, hop-off bus. It looks like these go to the cruise port directly. There's another hop-on, hop-off bus. These Sights of Athens buses, there's a lot of those, looks like. We were on city sightseeing, so this might be a better bus. So we just went through this gate here to get out. Like all the taxi people are over there. So this is what the cruise terminal, this is cruise terminal B. This is what it looks like when you leave the cruise terminal. The bus stops are right here. So this is the bus stop. It's right outside the cruise terminal. At least terminal B, E12. So I'll have to find out where I buy a ticket. It's only like 120 euros, something like that. It's not very much. So off to the left is cruise port A, and I think you can buy bus tickets online. I saw a guy use his phone, so which makes perfect sense to me. I just haven't done it yet. I'm gonna do some walking first. It gets a little narrow right here, so I was gonna cross the street, but it looks like it widens up further down. And this is an MSC ship, Symphonia. Okay, we're at, I think it's cruise port. This is the E11. The sidewalk becomes very narrow right there. I'd suggest you cross the street and find a wider sidewalk. So this is the MSC Symphonia. It's parked much closer than where our ship is parked. Quite a hike for us. Continuing my trip to the Archaeological Museum. Try to go this way. Okay, I'm walking on this street. I'm gonna turn right up ahead. Okay, this is where I turn right. and I follow this road down and it should take me right to the museum. Okay, I made it. This is the Archaeological Museum in Piraeus. I'll find out how much it is and if I can take pictures. So it's €2, but they don't let you take videos on the inside, so there's no point for me going in there. Okay, so I'm in a little quieter place right here, so I'm going to continue on. There's a church to the right here, and I'm going to go check out. I'm not sure what the deal is with no filming or pictures when that got to be a thing. I mean, how are you going to remember your trip if all you have is pictures of the outside of the museum? So anyway, steer clear. Okay, if I keep following this street down, I'm going to see the St. Nicholas Church off to my left. So I'm going to do that. And then over in this direction is an archaeological site, which I'll hit next. And that will probably let me take pictures there, I'll bet. Church of St. Nicholas. Wow, this is nice. I'm going to check that out. I know I can film on the outside. I don't know about the inside. Okay, here's a closer view of this Church of St. Nicholas. I think this is the back, so I'm going to go around to the other side, get a couple of different shots of this. Pretty cool. I love the blue domes. Okay, this is the front of the church. Beautiful church. I don't know if you can go inside. I'll go up the steps, check it out. And of course, everything's in Greek. This is a pretty neat area. There's like lots of little coffee shops around here, then lots of, looks like bus stops over there. So I'm going to walk around the other side here. Probably not as interesting as the front. Well, don't know, but I'm going to walk around the other side. Okay, this is the other side. Now I'm confused. This looks like the front. I'm going to go check it out, see if there's something to see upstairs. So I took a couple of videos in this church. It's really beautiful. So I gave him €5, which I think it's probably way better than the museum. So really beautiful here. Okay, worth the visit. Come to this church. Okay, this looks like a side entrance to the church. I came around the front. So I think you're supposed to take off your hat, and you're not supposed to expose your shoulders or your knees. And I think I broke the rules. That didn't occur to me. I'm wearing shorts, so you might be able to see my knees. But anyway, it is what it is. At least I took my hat off. View, there's a kind of a nice view out here of the area. This is a nice place to come. I could have just continued to follow that road instead of going up to that archaeological museum. So I mean, at least it wasn't expensive. It may be worth the €2 just to walk around in there if you don't care about pictures. So that's how I remember things, is with pictures. Otherwise I won't remember anything. So nice area here. I didn't see anything that said you can't take pictures. It just said be respectful. So I was quiet, took my hat off, And that was about it. Something to mention while walking around here, a lot of the walkways are marble, and when it gets wet it's really slippery. And some of the walkways are more like this, you know, red cement, little squares, or actually that's probably granite, but anyway, granite. So I don't know, it seems less slippery than the marble. But and this up here, I'm not sure what this is. Looks like, well, this looks like marble also. But anyway, something to be aware of. Watch your step. I go slow. And there's a kitty. Okay, I'm gonna take a different route to get to the archaeological site. So I'm gonna follow this main road and then hang a right. Just kind of want to see what's over there. Okay, as you continue on this road, goes along the cruise port, there's lots of shops, shopping, all kinds of food, all kinds of stuff. So I bought a wallet and a ring here, so for 20 euros. So I think this is the archaeological site here. It's kind of like a trashy park, but check it out anyway. Oh yeah, it is. It is a trashy park, but it's the archaeological site. Not sure how you get over there. Yeah, I'll go this way. Okay, another view. Looks like these might be shops or houses. Probably shops. Okay, here's another shot of this archaeological site. And I'm gonna go this way. There's a place called the Bread Factory off when I go left, and then there's a park after that. So I'm gonna hit those two places. So this is my lunch. I'm having a gyro with a drink, and I think it's under 10 euros for this whole, the drink and the gyro. So I just had lunch here. So, and I had a gyro and a drink, and it was like 6.50 euros. So good price, good place to go. I had pork, but they also have chicken and beef. Same price. Okay, I guess this will be my last stop here. We've kind of got a garden plaza here. The Piraeus City Center and Shopping. So, and it looks like another big church. So right next to a place you can get military uniforms. Looks kind of a lot like US uniforms. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm going up the marble steps here. Pretty cool, black and white marble. And of course, all the writing is in Greek. Well, another beautiful church. And they've got something across the street here. I'm sure it's a huge church and really beautiful. So I don't know, well, I'll see. I might go in there, I'm not sure yet. Another beautiful church. This one was quite a bit bigger than the last one I was in. except I'm out of change now, so if I go in there I'm not going to be able to donate. But anyway, I think this church probably has a lot of money anyway. $14.53. Not sure what that means, but anyway, we're going to take a look around here. Go up the marble steps. Okay, you can take pictures in this church. Nobody said you couldn't. So this is interesting. This is a bit of a walk here, but you're more towards the center part of town. Okay, this is the other side of the church. That's the front. Looks like a side entrance here. Very nice. Okay, here's the back side of the church. So I think I'm going to head back now. I've had lunch and checked out this area, and time to head back. Okay, I just came from that park where the church is at and kind of the city center. Across the street, because there's a lot fewer intersections here along this way. So it'll be a straight shot back to the ship. I think I got about a half hour to an hour walk, something like that. I don't know, maybe it's not that far. Anyway, we'll see. It is, I'm gonna call it 1 o'clock right now, so I bet I'll be back by 1:45. So if you get a chance, go by this bread store right here. I think it's called Bread Factory, something like that, but it's pretty amazing. They have like a great big store that's just full of all kinds of stuff. Breads and food and confections and that kind of stuff. It's worth a stop checking it out. I didn't buy anything there, but I probably would if I were still hungry. This looks like some dogs and homeless people. If the dog wants to cross the street, I don't think that's a good idea. Another one here. Ooh, and it stinks over here too. No big surprise. Oh wow. You can see all the dog turds. Okay. Not a great idea to go in this area over here. Okay, there's a church that's Google said was St. Nicholas, but I'll have to double check that. So I'm going by that again. On that side in the MSC ship. Can't hardly see it, but it's through the bushes here. So we'll go by that, and then comes our ship, the Island Princess. So I'm going by Cruise Terminal B, which has the MSC ship. We're going to Cruise Terminal A. Okay, the weather is absolutely perfect right now. And this is around end of March, approaching the first part of April. It's a nice shot of the MSC ship right here. So if you're an MSC fan, Sinfonia, it looks like a smaller ship. So this must be an older one, probably. Usually the smaller ones are older ones. Okay, this is interesting. This is where that pathway narrows on the other side, and you only have like a 18-inch wide pathway. But it's very cool what they've done with the wall here. So much safer on this side. Okay, here's another shot of the buses. There's 1, 2, Oh, these are big buses. I thought there was a lot. There's only 3, but they're the double length ones. And right outside the cruise port's a nice little place. You can pick up ice cream and snacks if you want. And our Princess ship is right there, and then we have another ship right here. I think it's an Italian cruise line. Not sure. I heard the announcements in Italian. And here's our Island Princess, the furthest away. And then there's another cruise ship right there. That's Terminal C. I don't know what terminal we are. I'll take a look. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Bit of a walkout. 27 after. So about 30 minutes to walk. Much cleaner here than it is in town. And it's see-through here. You can walk over this. This is where, I don't know if this is Roman or Greek. These look like those kind of areas that they have for shops. So maybe Roman shops. That would be my guess. I guess the Romans did a lot of shopping. A lot of history here. A lot of history.